Daylight, my MVVs, welcome.
Ebony and Igbi under fire as scorpions strike during full moon ritual sabotage attempt. Yes, so it is said that a goat that is destined for the king's pot will not escape even if it climbs a tree. Dela writes, they say something very strange happened behind palace walls, and this time even the elders of Ife, some of them were crying, what is this, what is going on, why can't they stop? The second full moon ritual, was supposed to be a time of celebration, a time to move forward, to heal, to restore the sacred bond between Queen Naomi and the Ooni of Ife. But instead, it has opened a floodgate of spiritual retaliation, exposing those who dared to tamper with what the gods had already blessed. And now they said two of the palace wives, in particular, Ebony, Igbi, are under spiritual fire. Serious one. Because these ones say, they think that, something, I have been saying this. Do you know? That's why every time I talk about Mommy Abby, when wisdom is talking, Do you know that? Most of us here are Christians. We understand this story of Pharaoh. When God asked Pharaoh to let the Israelites go, and he said no. He was flexing muscle, doing a yoka tuka, flexing muscles like, okay, he's bigger than God. And the Bible says that God looked at Pharaoh and looked at his pride and added pride on top of pride. God load pride inside. Pharaoh now cock. Hey, I'm not letting them go. I'm not letting them go. But when God finished with Pharaoh, is it not the story we are still talking till today? Now, you know that when the gods want to kill you, they'll make you mad first. Because you have fought this woman, fought Naomi up until now. Every time you are failing. The worst of it was what you guys did in Ibadan to Queen Naomi, and you still failed. Is it not time for you to know that you need to let this woman go? They have even told you, your own family, they have told you that if you continue like this, or may no go end well, you say no, you will not. Okay, sure, we are here. We will see. Who laughs last? We are going to see. They said Igbi had traveled to Kwara State to visit her maternal, aunt. It was supposed to be a calm, quiet visit, but just a few hours after arriving, chaos struck as she stepped into a compound. A deadly scorpion, black and sharp, crawled from nowhere and stung her fiercely on her left ankle. Scream followed. People ran. She collapsed. Her aunt, shocked and confused, rushed her to the hospital. But even there, the doctors were confused. The poison was not behaving like a normal sting. Her body temperature dropped and rose like a, faulty generator. Her eyes went wide for minutes. She spoke in tongues, then silence. Igbi. But wait, what happened? What makes it mysterious is that scorpions are not common in that area, and no one had seen any around for a very long time. Yes, I know that in the north, I don't know, Kwara is not the north, right? But I went to school and I did my youth service right there in Nigeria. I was in Kebbi State. I did my youth service in Kebbi State. And in Kebbi State, while we were doing our youth service, scorpions were very common. I can remember a day where I won my youth service boot. I climbed on top of a table. I stood on that table for a very long time. In fact, I sat on that table and I slept for up to 3 hours. Like I was sitting and sleeping because they said they saw scorpion inside our apartment those days. So I don't know if it's common for people to see scorpion in Kwara. If you know you are from Kwara or you know anything about it, please put it down in the comments section so we know if it is common. But they said she was stung by a scorpion, and they said in that vicinity where she was, they've never ever seen scorpion in that place. And when they took her to the hospital, they said they've never seen that kind of scorpion poison and all of that. You know, they have been warning these women. They have been warning them every time. Now, while Igbi was fighting for her life physically, Ebony began to face her own torment. But in the spirit realm, Palace 8 have whispered that Ebony has been screaming at night, claiming she sees scorpions crawling on her bed, climbing her neck, hiding in her clothes. But when others, check, nothing is there. Nothing, absolutely nothing. It's gotten so bad that Ebony now sleeps with all the lights on. She bats 3 times a day. She no longer speaks clearly, like she's been struggling basically the entire time. Now, is this a coincidence between Igbi and Ebony? Palace does not think so. Iyanifa has told them that, look, they will have to say what they did. And they are saying that it has to do with a plot to sabotage, Queen Naomi's full moon ritual. Remember what happened? A few days back, Queen Naomi had entered the palace to go and prepare. The preparations were ongoing for her full moon ritual. Ebony saw Queen Naomi and Tikariga. Do you know what Tikariga is? Ebony saw Queen Naomi and ran away. Why are you running when nobody is pursuing you? Nobody knows, though. That was how Ebony ran. Palace Insider revealed that both Ebony and Igbi were among those secretly plotting to disrupt Queen Naomi's full moon reinstatement. They may not have come to the ritual ground physically, but their spiritual fingerprints were all over the attempted sabotage. Though a network of spiritual information or informants, they are saying that yes, so these people were there, that through a network of spiritual informants, they allegedly tried to send confusion into the ritual. Their aim to spiritually scatter the alignment of the ritual so it would not be accepted by the gods. They wanted Queen Naomi rejected, okay? And you do know that if they had delayed it, okay, like usually the full moon ritual, they wait, like they carefully monitor the moon. Have you seen what the Muslims used to do before certain spiritual exercises where they used to pray? You know how they sit down, they monitor the moon to see when the moon will come out, then they will announce. That this full moon ritual is almost like that they will carefully monitor the moon. And any attempt to miss it, you're not doing it that month again, no. It will move to the next month. You mix it the next month. It will move to another month. You miss it again, it will move to another month. So basically, what they have been trying to do has been to cause confusion so that it will be moved. Remember last week how one Baba, 93 years old, came out and said that now he saw something in the spirit realm that Naomi and the Ooni of Ife, the gods did not choose Naomi, that Naomi is not in Ooni's heart, Naomi is in Ooni's blood. That is the blood covenant they took. Baba, that was what that man came to say. And the man is well aware that in Ile Ife, a king does not do blood covenant. A king's allegiance is to the gods. It's an abominable act to do something like that. So if that narrative had gone on, they probably would have suspended this full moon ritual, but God didn't allow them. A lot of us sit here and we think that Oni is the beginning and the end of everything. You need to know that there are kingmakers. There are people who made the Oni of Ife the king physically. The gods accepted the Oni of Ife spiritually. But from this physical realm, there are people who are mandated to give you the crown. And those people are there, they are monitoring you. You do anyhow, you see anyhow. So they were trying to cause confusion from left, right, and center. And diviners came in their numbers to say that what that Baba was saying is not blood as in physical blood covenant. Naomi was brought into the palace as a virgin, fresh, young, everything. Na chacha, na tieroba. Now, with due respect, now remove rubber like new car, right? So don't come and be talking nonsense here. That if that is you're seeing that physical blood, the one you say you're seeing, I am also seeing it. This is where it's coming from. Now, so Baba keep quiet. They wanted to cause confusion. So right now, what happened to Igbi in Kwara and what is happening to Ebony inside the palace has something to do with their attempt to sabotage this second full moon ritual, and yet they did not succeed. And Iyanifa has made it very clear to them. They need to come out to say what they did before anything, because they are trying to call Iyanifa to go and do. Iyanifa says she's not doing no ritual. She's not doing anything. Let Ebony use her mouth to say what she did. They say the confusion in the palace is not a small thing. That is why our people say anybody that has the audacity to swallow a full coconut must have absolute trust in their bum bum. This is what is going on right about now in the palace. Dela, right? It is not a small thing. We are going to see to the end of this. God is faithful and God will continue to be faithful in the life of our baby girl, Queen Naomi. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.